Hello and welcome to session 37, the Skull Clan Tribe. It's been a couple weeks since we last got to play, so I expect some good stories from each of you. We'll exclude Zanashi because from prior conversations it sounds like Zanashi was sick. So, Togo, how was your couple weeks?
It has been busy, 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 busy. But last weekend I went to a music festival in my hometown and saw all of my old high school friends and my family, and it was fantastic.
That
And the
sounds fun.
weekend before was the holiday, right? Yes, I
Yeah.
went to Ocean City that weekend with me and my girlfriend, and we had a great time there. No, I was making sure it was the right weekend.
Sounded like you almost got yourself in trouble there.
Almost. But
And well, that sounds like a good time. I saw a couple of pictures that you had posted, or I guess I should say that you were tagged in. Looked like fun. I'm assuming it was from going out on that weekend.
yes, but it was a good time. We had a good time.
Odar?
Ate good food.
Oh,
Things have been going good for me. Just got a new job, getting going there. Things that it looks like because of that, I may need to step back from this for a little while till I get my schedule completely straightened out. But yeah, no, it's going good. It's a better job at the end of the day. Should be a lot better in the long run. Just getting settled in and getting everything all figured out right now. Other than that, it's going good. Everything's very good.
good. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Togo. Like I said, I thought you were done.
Oh, good.
Lusk, how was your couple weeks? Check that mute button.
Doing pretty well, thank you. You always know when I'm on mute. It's like you have a sixth sense. Um, yeah, doing pretty good. Had a going away party for my pal Johnny. Uh, Anyone watching might remember him from the League of Legends uh, VODs that we put up. Uh, yeah,
In the
just
one raft.
and the one raft, of course, the very memorable. Uh, Yeah, other than that, it's been pretty solid couple of weeks. Just been chilling. Pretty much burned through everything I'd possibly like to watch on Netflix. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna get to writing more often again for new D&D game or something like that. But doing great.
That sounds like what I do all the time.
I bet.
Zanashi, how's your couple weeks?
It's been pretty good, man. I mean, other than being slightly sick, at least I thought I was sick, but I don't know if you consider that sick or not, ear infection. But it finally went away and been doing pretty good, man. I mean, the Bucks pulled one out. Can't complain there.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody
they'll
watches
probably do
football.
good again this year.
I'm looking for them to repeat, but I mean, I'd really like to see them go undefeated, but that's kind of hard to do, man. But I think they've got a chance if they can keep the injuries down and mistakes. But 17 games this season, first time ever, so doubtful. They'll probably lose a couple.
But everyone will lose a couple.
Yeah, 1 to 2 is almost like kind of expected. It's when you start
Yeah,
to
no.
get like 6 and above, you should start worrying.
The Bucks have
Yeah,
got a good chance of repeating this year,
you could
unless they're
lose 6 games this year and still win 11.
True. I forgot they kind of extended it, but I actually have a few other questions for you that I had actually forgot, but I'll talk to you about that later.
Hmm. Now you
Um,
got me curious.
yeah, just spitballing ideas, I guess. But as I stated earlier, it has been a couple of weeks since we had played our previous session. So with that, any recap, little bits of statements that are given. I'll give out a little extra EXP for that. So, whichever you would like to take the lead on that, feel free. Floor is yours.
Hey, Zanzan, come home as 30 orcs start charging towards me. That's what I fucking remember.
That is where we finished out.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like that overtook anything else we did the whole fucking session the last time we played. That's the
Oh, and we
only thing that's
scammed the guy
ingrained
out
in
of a
my
bunch of
head.
money.
A
Took
lot
him for all he's
of
worth.
money,
I
an
didn't scam
obscene amount of
anybody.
money.
Both
Uh,
by inflating the value and casting friends.
I believe the game began with us on the southern island, the one that shines in the night.
I think we were on the
Uh,
boat, I thought. I thought
Mm,
we had gotten off the island when we started on the boat back in the town.
okay, so we had already crossed the ocean. I might be thinking 2 games ago then.
I think that was 2 games ago.
Well, at any rate, we definitely reached the town, and I believe we were starting to make our way north. We had heard a rumor of I think what lizard folk who might have the sail, some kind of sacred tribal item, something akin to that. And in between here and there, I cast an illusion on one of our opal gems, which is normally worth 5,000 gold, I think, but we inflated it to 10,000, and on top of that, Cavo blew it up even further by using Charm Person and having an absolute smash, a killer roll on the persuasion check. So we made goo gobs of money off that. Uh, we knowing that we had artificially and magically inflated the value of an item in a town where that's otherwise extremely illegal, we decided to hitch out of that town real quick. It's a matter of time until the druids catch wind or find out or something. So we hitch up out of town to the north or northwest, where where Zanashi's explanation comes true.
Also, that city we were in, that town, man, there was something a little suspicious going on with the blacksmith. As in, maybe I think it might have been more than just a blacksmith, more than that. It's not, like they switch out. The guy was trying to act like they switch out merchants frequently,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
but it looked kind of suspicious, like possibly maybe there was a takeover in the
it
town.
sounded very thieves guildy. I don't know if thieves guilds or exist in this world, but it was I don't, it seemed like it was some kind of guild that had a bit of an itch to it.
Well, no one sought it out, so
Uh,
mystery.
the there was one other thing. I believe I gotten about halfway done fixing up Chula's sword. So currently it's a dagger, but I have a somewhat serviceable weapon, maybe, unless I don't. We'll see.
And we were making waves when we walked. Like, people were more recognizing us, which was something that had not really been a thing before. But I guess our goal was to make it back to Raysk itself, and then to talk to
The
West.
druids, right? We were going to
Yeah.
talk to the druids.
Talk to Wes about what we saw on the island with the dragon that spoke the lines about death and all that jazz.
Yeah, not bad. There, um, just a couple of things in case it comes up. Uh, the 10,000 gold it wasn't just from like one, it was from like a couple of the opals, because I believe it was just 1,000. He had offered you like 2,000 and some change. And for that specific opal. And then the sword that you have isn't like a dagger. It's just more of you kind of like grabbing the blade and swinging it.
The hilt's not together, right?
Correct. It's not even a solid piece. Like the hilt has been reconstructed in order from what it sounded like to me is for in order to make the blade into a dagger or a short sword, assuming that it was a long sword.
Oh, and I got some +3 armor for an outrageously low price, and I'm suspicious that it's cursed.
Can't wait to find out.
I immediately put it on, don't worry.
With 0 questions.
0 questions, bought it, put it on. I mean, I did question the DM to make sure that I could actually put it in there as a +3, and I didn't just get bamboozled. But still.
This is true.
I expect nothing but horrible things from that. Anyways.
I don't know. What time of day is it currently?
It's actually the morning, which is a perfect segue to get into the narrative. So, as we continue our story on May 15th, year 1101, just after each of you have awoke from a nice night of rest, the peaceful morning was cut abruptly short as the loud, thunderous sound of footsteps stampeding was heard approaching from the northeastern direction. Soon, the loud sound was noticed to be a somewhat large force of mounted individuals heading in your direction. With Modar noticing a skull placed upon a banner the group is displaying, a shout is also heard. "Zan, come home!"
How far away are they?
Oh. With the large force closing in quickly, the ground beneath your feet begins to rumble. 500 and closing.
I say, Modar finds that hiding spot in the bushes, looks over towards Zanashi, points his finger, casting message, and tells them and says, show them that you're a god and can burn them if you need to.
Oh, yes.
I look around and I look at Modar and say, for the love of God, you're going to see something. Do not attack me. And I go and I walk over to Zanashi and palm her a ring and then disappear.
300.
I shout to the barbarian horde charging in. You're going to burn if you don't bow to me.
Give me an intimidation check as they reach about 200 foot.
Of course, I'm not going to roll good. He's got a fucking switch enabled right now to make sure I roll low.
They do slow and then stop. Approximately 200 foot away.
I pull my great axe, have it in my hand, and I'm just taking a stance. I'm actually going to start moving towards them, just making sure that I stay within range of Modar being able to discreetly help me if the time comes. I want to make sure I get far enough away that they can surround me.
Well, with the large force stopping, a single individual unmounts and begins walking towards you. You can see the tusk exceeding just slightly past the nostrils, and while wearing this very poorly made leather armor, you can see the individual clutching an axe in one hand, and the fist, or his other hand, balled up into a fist. can each of you roll me a perception check?
So I don't think I can visibly see, but I can hear. Is it something by sight? If it is, I just won't
It is by sight.
roll. Okay, I will not roll then.
And let me just do this.
So one is approaching with his balled up fist. And what'd you say? What is in his other hand?
And then clutching his axe.
Okay.
Valencia points out, signaling towards you, Modar. What do we do? Seems that one's ready for battle.
I look back and shout. Says, maybe you should come rub your camel toe over his face. Just kidding.
Not nice.
He's not here so I can fuck with him.
Modar just kind of looks at her and kind of like puts his hand to calmly follow behind Zanashi, but to stay back. Like he's trying to motion her to be cautious.
Well, Zanashi, the one gets a bit closer, and soon you start to remember the face. Individual was quite young back when you were amongst the tribe. Maybe a year or two younger than you is the one that walks towards you. Zanzan, it me, Durgas.
What do you want, Durgas? And stop where you're at.
It stops. Garak wants head.
Garak wants whose head?
Yours. He outstretches his hand. The one that is clutched into a fist. And while he does that, you can see that there's tiny bits of what appear to be parchment. Just ever so slightly noticed.
Parchment. Like paper?
Correct.
You got something written on it?
Yeah. Garak, write note.
Well, read note. I don't know how to read.
Me either. Friends know how?
What friends?
One try hide. He blue. Not good with green surrounding.
Oh, did he roll a stealth check at all?
No, it's not worthwhile. Like I said, he's
Okay.
yeah. No, I can if you want, but that's not even worth doing.
Oh, that's why. That's why Kyle, or not Kyle, Cable was supposed to cast invisibility on you.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
Modar will stand up and just Zanashi, this is between you and them. If you need help, you let us know.
So how do you suppose you're going to take my head?
He looks at you. Says, Garak want you come alone. He not trust you with friends.
He wants me to come alone so he can try to take my head. Is that what I'm understanding?
Durgaz nods. Yeah.
Do I look like an idiot?
Yeah.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood today. I would just love nothing more than to burn every damn one of you. I could snap my fingers and make it happen. I could summon a midget out of my hands, too. I've
Gurok
grown
heard.
powerful since I left the tribe.
That why Gurok want to fight.
You tell Gurok to come find me if he wants to fight.
Shakes his head no. You come back, or come now. And he points off towards the northeast. You come home.
You have your little army there surround me, nice and close, and we'll talk about it.
Their gods just give this.
You can leave it right there on the ground.
Tosses the parchment. From the sounds of it, you're just gonna leave it?
I'll use sleight of hand to pull it over. Or I'm sorry, mage hand.
I was thinking, how the hell are you
I
going to
was
slide a hand that shit, man? I'm like, what kind of ability do you have? I'm like, fuck, I'm playing the wrong class.
Mage hand, sorry. It's been a while.
It made,
It's
it
been
made
3
me...
weeks.
Like, at first, I, like, shook my head, like, okay, no problem. Wait, what?
Well, yeah,
For me,
but you can use sleight of hand with mage hand, right? With
Yeah.
your abilities, yeah.
yeah. For me, they're the same thing.
Yeah, and
And
it
to
is
the-
invisible because it's... Well, it's at advantage because it's invisible.
So, I mean, it probably just looks like it floats over to me.
Yeah. And, Zanashi, as you look, it just seems as the wind is taking the parchment away. Well, you
I can't
have...
remember. Am I hidden?
The only one that was indicated, was Modar.
Okay.
Modar, tell me what the note says. That I floated over your way. I'm assuming you're somewhat close to him, Lusk.
I read the note. I don't know why you're calling me Modar, though.
Well, I was not trying not to give your location away.
I thought I wasn't hidden. I must be confused. I'm sorry. I didn't think I was hidden.
Oh, if you're not hidden, then fuck it. I say it to you.
What note say?
The note reads, for Zanashi to come back to the Skull Clan tribe alone by the next sunrise, or there will be, consequences. The description it gives is the name, Enrin Bellofen, a friend that Gurok has, and he will kill her unless Zanashi is handed over or comes alone back to the camp.
Do you know an Enrin Belafan, Sanashi?
I'm looking at my character background to see if that person's in there.
Togo, can you roll me a history check at advantage?
Yeah, I don't know who that
I
person
can
is.
Do that.
I mean, would I have a clue at all?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, oh, that name. Definitely, I didn't make that name up.
Togo, you remember the name. It is one of the individuals that you used to travel with while being I can't remember the name at the moment, but I do have it in my notes. Yeah, the band of bards that you used to travel with.
Yeah.
The Twins of Paradise.
Yes.
I just scroll
Well-
a little down for that, but I do have it.
Well, Zanashi, if you don't care about this Enrin, then perhaps we should just go on our way, leave them to their.
Well, Gurog has called me out, and I don't know if I can let that pass.
I'm going to try and.
Is
get
he
that
going
from where I'm
to
at.
fight me honorably? Should I come back?
The orc shrugs.
Shrugs. You
Zanashi.
know, it is orc tradition, clan tradition, that there's honor amongst tribal fights. And if I win, I become clan leader.
Grok, no. Everyone, no.
I will go back with you. And my 3 companions over there will not follow. It'll just be me.
Yes, we will not follow.
I kind of hold a hand behind my back. I have my 2 fingers crossed. And I try to make sure that y'all can see that.
But Zanashi, how will we complete our quest without you? How will we
sounded
do
like
this?
a robot.
I will be back before you know it, Les.
Help me! I am panicking.
Zanashi, can you truly trust them to keep their word?
I feel there is enough honor amongst my people. I don't trust Grog, but there's enough that are honorable that if he tried to kill me dishonorably, it would be a tribal war. I don't think he wants that.
Well, Zanashi, it is your call.
Yeah.
If this is what you wish to do, that is fine. I do need to complete my mission with the guild, but if you need someone to watch your back, you know I'm here.
Well, I feel like it's time to get this over with. It was always going to happen sometime. Might as well be now. I don't want to be looking over my shoulder.
I understand.
And where should we show up, just in case we need to bury you after?
I give him a detailed location of where the tribe's at. Since I would obviously know that.
Of course you would, Zanashi. It will travel up, not the first little camp area, but the second one towards your northeast.
As you're describing it, about how far do you describe that the camp is
Probably like a day.
by horseback?
That's about a day by foot, though, ain't it, Kyle?
Mm-hmm. Ergaz begins to return to the force that came with him. You have till sunrise.
Tell Gurog I'm on my way. And you would be wise to make sure that everybody honors Orc clan tradition. And I will go back over to Modar and them. Okay, guys. They're going to be having scouts watching, so it might be best that we travel. I hate to say it, but probably under the cover of darkness. And maybe you all stay back a little ways. That's just my thinking, anyway.
So, like, you travel alone and then we travel shortly behind?
Yes.
Alright, sounds good.
They won't be out as much at night. Just close. Once we get within, say, a mile, we might want to start watching for any scouts that they have, guards.
I mean, if they're mounted, we'll probably want, and we're over a good sighting distance, we might want more than a mile, but yeah. So, how would you like, assuming the orcs have gone their way, or the
Yep,
orcs
they're
are...
beginning to depart, mounting up. Well, the one individual that demounted mounts back up, and they begin to ride.
Well, in that case, so what? I suggest we could easily sneak into the camp to guarantee that your one-on-one goes off without a hitch, or we could sneak in, assassinate the fellow.
I don't want to do that.
Not honorable enough for you, my liege?
No. This has to be honorable. As much as I want to see him die, it has to be one-on-one. No cheating allowed.
There's no honor found at the end of a blade, friend.
If I do not do this honorably, the others will not follow me.
Why do you want them to follow you? Why do you care?
Because I want to be a goddess. And I smile real big. Why else do you think I destroy all those statues?
I assumed it was part of some sick joke.
Destroy what, Zanashi?
At that point, I come back out of the ring, appearing next to Zanashi, tapping my foot. What? Wait a second.
Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah, I think... Isn't that what has been happening in all of these towns?
Yeah, I mean, the first one, I mean, I got this great axe made out of the steel from the statue.
Also, note, since I did not say that I ended the spell, I would like to imagine that I came out with the disguised self image that I had cast over myself, which was black chitinous armor with black skin.
Nice.
I was
A
going
little
for
imp.
intimidating. Yeah, basically.
Well, so what? You want us to sneak in and make sure it goes off without a hitch? If anyone attempts to break your honor battle, then we show up to prove that honor doesn't matter at all. A good plan,
Well,
Zanashi. Why didn't I think of it myself?
in case there is any dishonor from Gurgog, I would like you all there.
Lusk, do you think that you could carry me while you fly?
I could what you?
like carry me into the air as you fly?
I heard Perry.
I did too.
I think I could. I've certainly carried heavier.
Hmm.
Do y'all
Well-
have any abilities to make it easier to be there in the camp and not be
I
seen?
I can turn me and Lusk invisible, and he can fly us into the camp, or have us be above you in the camp during the fight. So like,
You could go back into that ring
You-
too.
Do you have polymorph by any chance, Kava?
no, I don't.
Fuck. Because I would love to just like drop you and then you polymorph yourself into some crazy large creature and then fall in like a meteor. I would love that.
That would be fun.
So,
Alas,
do
I
you
can't.
like 20 d6s of damage? Here you go.
What do you got, Modar, that you could do?
Well, like I told you, I can make you look powerful, but I do need to be within a decent amount of distance too.
Well, if you
Yeah.
want to do anything particularly, do you have the invisibility spell? You might be able to cast it on yourself and Alencia and sneak in yourselves.
I do not have that at the moment.
I can
So-
cast it on 2 people.
That's what I was thinking. He could cast it on 2 people, and then he could go into the ring, so that way he's essentially invisible too.
We'll have to get a rest for that one again. So
Oh,
depending on
damn.
the timing.
Damn it!
I can make myself look like somebody else if you want. I could make myself look like you and walk in and cast the spell and just destroy them all.
You just make 2 Zanashis. Both of you walk in.
Well,
Yeah, maybe not destroy them all, unless they turn on me.
I suppose I could do something similar. Instead of making me invisible, I could cast disguise self and make myself look like a baby hippogriff or some such. They do live in this area.
Can you make yourself look like that though?
I don't think you can make yourself look like something that has 4 legs if you have 2.
I
Well, it
don't
depends
think-
on what spell you're casting.
I don't think that that's a connector on the or a point of contention for disguise self. Damn it.
No, it does. There are stipulations on it.
You
There
can't
are,
change
but
your
that's not
body
one of
type,
them.
so you must adapt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Was the
Well-
part that I was thinking.
4 limbs and 2 wings.
Yeah, as long
yeah,
as it has the
that'll work.
same, the same amount of limbs, I'd be okay with it. Now, like, if he was trying to disguise himself as, like, an 8-armed troll or something, then we'd have a little bit more of an issue, because that goes out the parameter of foot or taller or smaller, as well as having extra limbs.
Got it.
Yeah. It is,
Well-
I mean, essentially, since it has 4 limbs, he could just, like, walk on his hands and feet and pretend.
4 limbs and wings, which
He has
all of
wings.
which he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I've got is if I go alone, then it's like kind of like we're doing a party split in a way, and it's like what are y'all doing while I'm over here kind of thing. But I mean, regardless, even if we all go, if something was to go south, I mean, there's pretty much a whole lot more of them there, so it's pretty much TPK anyway. So maybe I should just go by myself.
I
and
think
s-
you go
see
with
what's-
us trying to be outside, and me and Lusk try to sneak in or get a vantage point and see if we can do an extraction if it's needed.
Or perhaps, I mean, if you want to get I suppose we could always cast disguise self and walk in as orcs.
know that we're not their orcs, though.
Plausibly, unless there's another nearby tribe we could plausibly be from to witness the event.
There's
probably-
plenty of tribes from around.
I let you all make that decision. I
I'm
will.
not leaving you to go there alone.
I know. I gotta start setting course for that way, so I can get there, get this over with.
I assumed
Oh.
we were walking while we were having this conversation towards the.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I think so too.
Well, whatever we do, I do need to rest for the evening so I can prepare the correct spells before tomorrow. You have until tomorrow evening or tomorrow morning.
I thought it says sunrise.
It was sunrise. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was sunrise or sunset. Sunrise.
Alright.
All right.
Well, then maybe we should rest now and then move at
No, it's
night,
still-
or
It's still first thing. We can
It's
move
still
for the
first
day.
thing in the morning, and there is plenty of travel time, and there's been no like vigorous activity. It's pretty much just been like kind of like getting up and starting morning routines before this happened. So I would still say that there's plenty of time to adjust spells if needed as well.
I feel that's if you let me change out some spells right now, that's
Yeah, I would say if it's like an hour or two past like waking up, then a little bit different. But this happened first thing in the morning as each of you got up.
well, I think I think Togo and I have a couple of different options to get in. The question really is how you wish to.
like I said, if I was gonna get in, I could disguise myself as as an orc. I could either look like Zanashi or just a random orc and try and get into the encampment behind her, whether they recognize me or not, or I might be able to blend in.
And Togo, do you have a disguise self spell for yourself as well?
Yes.
All right. So, and Alencia, would you be able to cast invisibility on Alencia so she may follow nearby?
I can do that.
Then I think we have our answer: 3 disguise self spells and 3 disguise self spells and an invisible drow.
We are moving quite quickly as we're discussing this.
So, I will be going as an orc, and I suppose Togo, perhaps you as a goblin tribal.
One of the goblin tribes, if I can remember any of the individuals that I saw when we were in.
The Goblin tribe has left to go to war.
Oh yeah, there wouldn't be any goblins left. Ooh.
How long does enlarge reduce last?
I think. 10
I'll just
minutes?
do like a.
1 minute. I
Oops.
overestimated.
I was hoping for 10,
I thought it was 10.
because then I could have shrunk Togo to the size I might be able to fit him in a pocket.
All right, that's a little bit much there. I'm not that small.
Well, it reduces you by 1/8. How much do you weigh? Or I'm sorry, to 1/8.
How much do I weigh? I weigh 40 pounds, and I am 3 feet tall. So, an eighth of 40 is 5 pounds.
That fits in my bag.
Is it an eighth of the size? So would it be 1/8 of?
Yeah, is
36?
reduced to 1/8 of normal.
So yeah,
that's quite a
it would
bit.
reduce you to tiny category.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, I suppose you can always just cast invisibility on yourself and Alencia. And then Modar and I disguise self.
Indeed.
Are there any? Oh no! I
Oh
just want to
shit!
turn into one of those uh things that killed the traveling that one group. The Grunds. I'm just gonna turn into a light blue Grund.
Grung?
Yes.
Like the frog people?
Yes.
The Frapple?
Yes.
Yeah, the ones they found though, instead of them being like green and poisonous, they were blue and did like ice and cold.
Did I get a good enough look at the one that came up and talked with Zanashi to look like him if I wanted to?
From your persuasion check, no, let me check your passive. Yeah. Mainly because of the walk up and exchanging a few words.
Like I said, once he called me out, I stopped hiding, so I wasn't
Mhm.
trying. Like I kind of stood up and looked at him real quick. Yep.
Also, hi, Alencia. We're all not dead. No one died.
No one died yet.
Zanashi did admit to defacing a bunch of statues to deities on all of the places that we've been to, though.
I was fully ADHD'd out. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I would have noticed if it was like 27 pings, but
You got two.
yeah, it was just 2 this time. I thought it was some stupid server that pinged, oh, live on Twitch. Come visit. I get those a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to learn how to silence all those extra ones.
Just gotta come visit.
That's what I do.
I also forgot to set the alarm, so I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just stupid.
So, Zanashi, the other thing I can do is once we get close, I can make myself look like your friend there, and make it look like they're bringing you in. He's bringing you in.
I don't want
And
to
if
appear to be captive. I want to
Also,
walk
wouldn't he be
into
there?
my tribe proud and
Well,
face
once I
this
get
head
in,
on.
it would help us. If somebody's guarding outside, it would help us get in, and then after that, if something does go bad and we do have to do something, it makes it look like he attacked them, not us. One of their own attacked and betrayed their leader.
We just walk in and say that we're making sure that Zanashi is going to make it, and then insist that we be invited to the party. We walk all this way. Need big party. What? You be rude? No hospitality? Fuck you! And then stab them if necessary. I mean, we can avoid the stabbing, but
Well,
if you guys want, I don't know. It's up to you.
what about if we walk in separate, as to not look like we're like I come in from one side, you all come in from the other side,
I
to
mean,
not look like we're part of the same group.
well, we can work. We can do it either way. I'm down for whatever. It's like
That's where we can just look like random orcs and suggest that we're here to see the duel, to see who the new tribe leader is. How large is the tribe Zanashi?
Kyle, what will I have remembered when I left? Because it ain't been that long.
No, it hasn't been that long, and the Skull Clan tribe did just take out a rival tribe on in your early years, and were fairly prosperous while you were there from exactly what you had written me. And with that in mind, I would say that you could expect anywhere from 100 to 150.
what?
That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all just let me go by myself because there ain't no way we're taking these motherfuckers over if shit goes south. Just let me die.
mean, we just need to fight enough. We need to fight. We don't need to kill them all. We just need to fight enough that we can run.
There's also a point of order. The person that they said that they were going to punish if Zanashi didn't show up, they are a former member of my traveling troupe that I was with. So, yeah.
Honestly, that's probably the only reason I'm willing to get in on this.
Yes, indeed. Would this individual, to the best of your knowledge, have any dealings with the orcs for some? If the orc have your friend, then we
I think
definitely
this
need
is
to.
probably similar to the Gabo situation. This is oh, he is the person that Gabo was talking about when Gabo said that the orcs had a musician. I bet.
Ah, yes.
Togo, if
Okay.
you didn't have inspiration, I'd give it to you.
All right, that
That is
makes
why
sense
they
then.
had the poor gentleman that we paid to go back and lead them to the town trying to play music over a campfire.
Then then we follow Zanashi later on. Let Zanashi do her thing, and we're there for that reason. The reason we're there has nothing to do with Zanashi.
Uh, ooh, this is an idea. You guys can find your own way in, and I boldly walk into the center of it playing music.
Yes, and you open another portal to hell.
Yes. No, but if they're already wanting musicians, they're not gonna kill me.
Well, to be fair, I'm a bit of a musician myself. That would also work, but honestly, I think we can. I think we can just wing it. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, we'll travel and.
Sounds good.
I'm sure everything will be fine until it isn't.
Ooh, Lusk, you and me can just disguise ourselves as different musicians, and we heard that they were wanting music players.
Yes, just here for the party, of course.
Oh, actually, I'm going to dis- disguise myself as Arlen because my friend will know that it is somebody that he knows and not just a random musician, and hopefully that will help make things smoother. But yes, that is my plan to disguise myself as Arlen when I come in, looking to play for the
Smart.
orc tribe.
Okay.
All right. Well, in that case, yeah, can we like fast forward to? Oh wait, just in case I need to know, Zanashi, what are a couple of tribe names in this area?
Besides the Skull Clan, you have the Salty Winds, the Murky Eye, the Gifted Axe, and the Deadbones tribe. But the Deadbones tribe isn't a orc tribe. It is a human tribe that they all believe that they're at least half orc.
Got it.
You all met their leader as their leader got stomped into the ground during the first round of the tournament, of the brawl.
Yes, I remember that.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, I believe by the centaur, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Hence the stomping. All right. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and travel.
Well, we've been traveling.
Mm-hmm.
We get that extra fast movement with y'all moving along with me.
True, we do.
Correct.
Well, really, we're just traveling at the speed of conversation.
Yeah, we could talk and move, obviously. So realistically, because of the double speed, I mean, it's really going to take us half a day to get there. So we can obviously stop a little early and I guess,
Out.
you know, let what's his name get a little bit of a rest. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't need. The only thing I needed, like I said, he let me change spells, so I'm good. I don't need a rest.
Okay. We just want to make sure that, a couple hours before daylight, we start moving. And then at a certain point, y'all got to peel off and go a different direction. Or I'll peel off and I'll lead us into this from the south. And then to make it look like they're coming from a tribe from the south. And then I'll circle back around and look like I'm coming from the southwest.
If I could clarify something on my part. since I'm trying to understand what my duty is here. I don't think they'll like the sight of me to begin with, so if I'm to understand, I either go in as a slave or someone from the shadows, invisible.
Hmm.
Were y'all going to disguise him too? Or her?
I think we're gonna turn you invisible.
I think Modar and Modar and Alencia go invisibly. If you can afford the spell slot for that, that is.
Hmm. I mean,
I mean, Modar can alter himself to look like an orc.
I would rather
don't.
just do one of the two of them.
Yeah, because once if you put me invisible, as soon as I cast a spell or do anything, I'm going to be visible.
Okay.
Alter self lasts for an hour, and my understanding of that is if I do things, it doesn't change.
Oh, so you're only going to have an hour?
I've got to wait until I'm almost there and change it. Alter, unless I cast it a second time before it runs out. But
Gotcha.
alter self lasts for 1 hour.
Also
Not,
concentration.
not that I necessarily want to inflate Zanashi's ego, but perhaps they will look more favorably if they see me bound, and they would be more accepting.
They
It's
said
not about
come
acceptance, Alencia. I've been summoned because Gurgog, the clan leader, wants my head. I plan to go there and face him in one-on-one combat and killing him and taking leadership of the clan.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yes, you did. You also missed another little Easter egg I dropped.
But
I don't know what that means.
that he's been defacing all of the statues everywhere we went.
Oh, that's obvious.
Well, our characters for the first time were like, wait, what?
Yeah, Modar had no idea what he'd been doing.
I guess you technically had some inklings of it, but
I've confronted her privately about it, I believe, but if that's out in the open, then
Did I ever spill? This is out of character. Did I ever spill that I murdered that shopkeeper?
yes.
no.
I mean, you insinuated it, but
Yeah,
that
but
was
you
in a
never
private conversation.
I thought we did have a conversation somewhere along that lines.
Yes,
But I think
we're-
invisibility might be the best thing for you, Alencia.
as you wish.
But that's just my idea. Like, if you have another, I'd just be afraid that they would either just try to kill you outright or send you away, and then we'd have to find a way, and you'd have to circle around somehow to find us to find a way in.
So, besides me, who else is invisible?
I think just you.
Alright, and is there some sort of signal I must follow?
You can
Yes.
just follow behind. I think me
If people start getting stabbed, you stab them back.
makes sense.
It's a pretty good signal.
And
So-
I will try to talk to you with my message spell so that you can communicate back to me if you have like other things that it's not a good time for you to be talking.
I can take the bodyguard approach. I'll be silent otherwise.
And that'll give you an ability to poke around too, if nothing else.
I'll have my eyes peeled. But if it's in the middle of the daylight, then well,
That's-
I'm not the best in the daylight, I suppose.
That's fair.
So, at this point, can each of you give me a perception check? Zanashi, you would know this to be the area to, if you were to lead up from the south, to start following a bit of a trail to the east in order to reach the shores.
You trying to make me roll out my nat 20 before I get there and get combat, ain't you?
Mm-mm.
Whew. Another
Hey, we
low
got
score.
2 1s out of the way.
I've had nothing but low rolls. Everything I've rolled is the die roll has actually been under a 10. So
Get him out of the way, Clue. Get him
Get
out
'em
of the
out
way.
of the way. You're gonna need it.
The sun is directly in my glasses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for you, Alencia. Um, but Togo and Modar, each of you notice as you're making your way off towards the east, there is a few trees that seem to be cut from the stump still remaining into the ground. It's just scattered here and there.
Looks like
Trees
it's
cut
been.
from the-
It looks like it's been freshly cut.
Do you wish to go investigate?
I'll venture towards it, not like with the rest of the group.
Where you going, Modar?
There's something strange about this stump over here.
Hold
ground.
up, hold up. Don't be going off by yourself. You're in dangerous territory right now. Can I look and see what he's trying to point out?
The only thing that seems a bit odd, if you will, is it seems to be a stump over in that direction.
Do I know from experience if that would be some kind of trap my people would set?
Perhaps, but perhaps not. Could just be used as resources for construction, things of that manner as well. Tools, you know.
How far away are the stumps?
The ones that were spotted, there's two, and they are about 35 to 40 foot away.
I will throw. I'm just gonna.
Gonna throw a rock?
I'm gonna set a branch or something on top of it with Mage Hand as I walk close. So not like as I'm moving that way, I'll just kind of like wave Mage Hand over there, and it'll poke it as I'm kind of moving that way a little bit. But okay.
But or if you're gonna go take a closer look, can you give me a survival check? It's definitely not old. There's no rotting, but this could be a week, maybe 2 weeks from a cut.
Well, it looks like somebody's been digging a little bit here, but
Why
nothing
do I-
too recent.
Why do I get the idea that one of your other campaigns did this? I feel like this is something that they did, and we're just happening across it.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Or it could
Can I-
be someone was building a new tavern.
Can I
Cut the
investigate?
trees down for it.
Can I investigate this trunk that everyone, or this trunk that everyone seems so interested in?
If you wish.
See if there's like a hidden spot or something like that.
You can go ahead and give me an investigation. It's a tree stump.
Cool.
Alright. I'm bored. The tree stump is good. No more, guys. Let's move on.
I pet the tree stump.
It pets you back.
Cool.
Valencia just stares at this tree stump for a long time, wondering what's so infatuating about it.
I'm not sure either.
So I guess we just keep on moving.
All right.
Is there a
So
front entrance to the like a main path down the middle of it or something? Like
I mean,
village?
would it be an orcs and barbarian type? You know, I would imagine they don't even have a wall. So, but I mean, I guess that's up to Kyle on how they're set up. But
well, as you said, Zanashi, it hasn't been long, but it hasn't been a short amount of time either. So plenty of things could have changed.
yeah, I mean, there's a way in from the south. Routes taken to move into hunting grounds along the beach, and in from the beach there. And then there's another way that I can come in from the southeast. I'll come up along the west side and make my entrance.
And as you are explaining this, Danashi, just a moment later, and as you pass some small shrubs, you find the coastline just off to the east. It's a bit of a rough path to get down towards the shore, but towards the north, following the cliff sides, you see a nice little pass.
I kind of envision staying up off the beach, staying up here on the top side and kind of following it around.
Sure.
And once we get closer, obviously, within, I would say, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes of the clan, then I guess we'll split off. Tell them to give me about 15 minutes before they do their thing. So that way we're kind of coming in roughly around the same time. I might be walking in maybe a slight bit ahead of them, but
Actually, do you want?
I'll be kind of I'll have more of the attention as I come in, and that'll help them blend in better, I would assume.
Actually, never mind. I was gonna say.
What's that?
Nah, nothing. I figured her out.
Y'all think that's a good idea, though? I mean, y'all give me about 15 minutes to work my way around and up towards the west side. And then about the time I would be entering, y'all will do y'all's thing to disguise yourself, invisibility, that whole 9 yards. And then y'all can come in from the south. And I will probably be the center of attention,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. So that's going to help with y'all's disguises of coming in from the south, because there's going to be a lot less focus down that way.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep, sounds great.
Wait, Lusk, can you disguise yourself as a tall, buff, white-haired traveler with a sword strapped across his back that only talks in
Nope.
Want to play Gwent?
Okay, I was wondering where that was going. Fuck. And those are the only two things that I say.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Hey there.
And I always get caught in love triangles that I can't possibly explain my way out of.
Got some time for some cards.
So that's our plan,
Lovely.
Kyle. I'm moving around to the west side, and I'm going to kind of take a little longer route around. I'm not going to go straight directly like from where we're at northwest. I want to move west 1st and then start moving up.
You're gonna do something like not this far, but like one of these maneuvers, and
Yes.
then the rest of the party is gonna follow the cliffside, and then head up from the south.
Yes, exactly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, man. I'm sure.
By the time we get here, is it still like light out and everything?
I mean, it's getting
Stuff like-
fairly late into the afternoon, early evening hours. The sun has begun its descent down towards the western horizon. And, I mean, from the looks of it, and each of you had traveled about quite a bit, spending quite a few nights out in the wilderness. It would be roughly 4 to 5 hours before darkness sets in.
And how long was the walk that we took here? Are we talking like 6, 7 hours, or are we
It has
talking like 10 to 12?
It has been about 6 hours.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
6.
fuck it. Let's go on in tonight. They're expecting me in the morning. So fuck it. Let's do it tonight.
Wait a second. Trying to
Oh.
think.
The longer we're here, the more chance of y'all getting caught.
That's fair.
they're probably expecting me tomorrow morning, if at all. So, me coming in that quick after I've been given the ultimatum is probably going to be.
The problem is that if they don't want to do the fight until the morning, Alencia's invisibility will go away.
No, that's
Yes.
not how orc fights go. We're going to fight. We're going to get together and we're going to fight. Plain and simple. I'm challenging
I
him.
love how you explained it. No, that's not how orc fight.
Okay. Got it.
Take inspiration, Zanashi. That one got me good.
Dude, I listened to a whole audio book. Well, it was a book, but I had. I can't say her name because she'll turn on. I had her read me a whole book.
Oh, okay.
And,
It took me a second to realize what you were talking.
It was all about orcs, man.
Got it.
Even if my invisibility wears off, I'm not going to be in the middle field.
And I'll try and give you a heads up before it wears off.
But
Signal will be a lot of stabbing, I'm sure.
I'd rather just be on my terms. You know, me coming in now and hey, let's just rock and roll, buddy. Let's get it over with.
What's the name of the person who's here? Of the orc?
Gorgog?
Gorgog?
Gurok.
Gurok?
Yeah, something like
I thought
that.
Zanashi was just messing up the name because he was like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah, that too.
Alright.
He wasn't the damn leader before, though. But apparently he is now.
Alright. So with the plan of Zanashi taking a slight bit of a backtrack and to loop around to still seem as if coming from the same direction, the rest of you follow the cliffside just along the shoreline. Can everybody except for Zanashi give me a perception check?
Is it going to be another stump? Jesus Christ, 225s in a row? God.
I know, he's going to roll shitty if he has to do combat.
It is. It is indeed a few more stumps.
They've been building a wall. That's gotta be what it is that they've been cutting down trees to build fortifications and building, like, structured wall. And we're gonna run into it as we come up on the south side.
Okay.
Cool.
So, with the four of you following along the coast, you each spot a few more stumps, guessing don't wish to investigate it for any particular reason.
We investigated them before. Togo already knows everything he needs to know about the stumps. They're just chopped down stumps.
Indeed. Okay.
God, we're gonna get so screwed by this.
Clearly, the orcs are waging war against the Treeple. When's the timing on when we should cast our disguise self / invisibles?
I was gonna give you a little bits of descriptions and then kind of just let you go from there.
Okay.
But as each of you continue on passing the stumps, not wishing to take a closer look, you begin to see just slight bits of smoke. Seems the campfires for dinner are lit and roaring. As you continue around, you find yourselves at a slight, well, I guess some would call it a path, especially for orcs. But you have a path that seems to lead through a pass down to the south. The pass runs to the north, and it follows your intended path.
And like walking wise, how far away does the smoke look like it is? Like another half hour there, or like 5-10 minutes?
It seems quite far.
All right. Yeah, not gonna cast this. I want to kind of wait till we're probably 5 to 10 minutes away before casting my disguise self. If I can, if it looks like it's like a clearing and I can, where it's going to be a long walk with nowhere to kind of hide ourselves, then maybe. But until I really feel like I'm waiting to the last possible moment to cast that.
I'm in disguise self currently. Alencia is not invisible, but I'm just rocking out my disguise self transformation.
All right, so continuing along the path.
Yeah.
Just double checking Lusk. I almost said Zanashi, but you're not there. Modar and Alencia.
Yep, no, definitely continuing down the path with Togo.
How many rings on this stump?
Interesting question. Do you want to go investigate it?
Yes. Because everyone keeps staring at these stumps for some reason.
They were staring
Definitely.
the first time, but
There's 37.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Well, as you each continue following the path, Zanashi, you've circled around a good bit. You're starting to almost, well, I guess kind of have like a nostalgic feeling being back in the area that you grew up, but also with maybe a slight bitter taste from your past here as well. But as you continue around and begin looping up towards the east side from the western, southeastern direction, can you give me a perception check?
God damn it! Now you're making me waste my good rolls.
You find a decent amount of tree stumps scattered about the area. But overlooking, as you come up to a slight of a hill, crest of a hill, you can see that they're your old home. The Skull Clan tribes area where they sit. You notice that there are a few things that look like tents, a little bit more well constructed than what you remember. But there's also a slight bit of wooden buildings as well.
Seems they've grown, and I just continue on, trying to get there.
All right. Well, this is where we'll go ahead and just take a bit of a break. I'm so excited that you guys split the party. This is the best thing. All right, we'll see how this
we kind of
ends.
had to.
and by split the party, we mean sacrifice Zanashi.
Exactly. All right, well, we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. And I guess see how this concludes. This is never good, right?
It's going to be a funeral. It's just a question of who.
back. So Zanashi, seeing that they seem to have built up the area quite a bit from what you remember when you had left the tribe a few years back. However, as you continue on, you see a little bit of more detail come to fruition. You see that there are not walls, as Togo had brought up, but there are little bits of defenses. The uh, large logs have been sharpened and stuck into the ground, giving a bit of a fortification around the area. As you get a little bit closer and closer, you begin to hear the faint sound of drums.
I keep on walking fast.
Got it. The rest of you, as you've come up from the south, you find yourself along a bit of a, I guess some would say, call it as like a mountain pass. The large cliff sides rise on the west and the east side. Path runs through the middle. You can see as you approach, just where the crest of the hills begin to rise, creating this bit of ravine-ish-like area. 4 more tree stumps.
So many tree stumps.
Each of you continue on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it if they don't look any different than any of the other ones?
Some of these are going to be people hiding underneath tree stumps or something like
I'm sure.
that.
Well, I mean, like the first ones, I said was it after the first one? It is what it is. We didn't see anything in that first one when we investigated.
They're doing a lot of logging around here. They must be building something pretty big. Seems odd for an orc tribe to be building so much, but
So,
Well,
sorry,
fortifications are needed, I suppose, for every species at some point.
we're near the water. Could they be building boats or fleets or things like that? Oh my gosh, are they making a fleet to go sail up to Laels? Are they invading and taking over land?
I've not dealt with enough orcs to know what they might be planning, but it is unlikely, but possible, I suppose.
Do they hear the drums?
are each of you continuing through the path?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, as you make your way, the 4 of you hear a voice. Lee, go back.
Who's there? Hello?
Looking around, at this moment you can just see the little bits of remnants of the sides, some exceeding 20, 25, maybe even 30 foot up. A little bit off in the distance, just atop the cliff, you see what appears to be an orc.
Hello there! Arlen Carey's my name. I heard you guys had a in-house musician that I was wanting to do a performance with, an old-time friend coming down to visit, but I wanted to put on a show for you all.
Leave, go back.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to put it on a show with my friend, so...
Does it look like, from what we can see, you said he's all the way up on top of the cliff,
Mm-hmm.
and we're down below on this path. Does it look like he's alone at the moment?
You only see and hear the one communicating. Yes.
I use a message at the orc and go, maybe bring to chief. Good reward. Musician fun.
I will snap my fingers and bring my owl to a nearby tree branch or something, and send him flying, and close my eyes and look through his eyes to see if I can see anything up on the ledge other than that one orc.
I look
Give
to.
me a perception check at advantage.
With the owl or with
Mhm.
mine?
And what was that
Just a
last?
sec.
Good friend, perhaps we should show him what we're all about. And why don't we play? Why don't we play a little ditty for him?
I think that's a marvelous idea. I can.
You see that there are a good amount of orcs scattered about the area. 8 to 10. And there's also a couple large campfires. The smoldering, just smoldering a bit. Is the phrase I was looking for.
And like these are all still a little ways away from the main camp.
Correct. You're about that 20-ish minutes away, if you will. If you were to guess, but you all don't really know.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Given the hills on our way.
Well, there are a number of them up on top of the hill. At least a half dozen to a dozen.
Leave, go back. Then you see the orc turn, disappearing from your sights while on the ground. But if you were to guess, easily seen from looking through the owl's eyes.
Yes, I will put my hand on Togo's shoulder as I close my eyes, just in case he decides to take off or run. But I will close my eyes and keep an eye on everything through the owl's eyes to see what they're doing.
I'm sorry. Like, did he just disappear?
They just disappeared from sight, kind of being covered from the cliff sides.
He went down the hill.
Oh, okay. I thought, yeah, I assumed that meant there was some kind of magic going on here or something.
No, they're just they've taken
They're
cover.
too high up while you guys are down.
Yeah, I say they're like 30 feet up above us.
Got it.
With the owl, can I look and see how much further ahead before we get up to the top? Because I'm assuming that the village is up on top of the cliffs, not down in the hole. So how long do we have before we start rising up again?
I mean, it's not too far. This pass that each of you are going through is only about, from a rough estimate, maybe 100 foot before it begins to become clear again.
Do you think we should just join Zanashi at this point?
No, Zanashi's off on her own.
If we went back, it would take us so long.
Yeah, even if we were with her, they still wouldn't allow us to go with it.
We want to just go? Keep going?
Yeah, no, that's it. If you keep moving forward, my hand's on your shoulder, I'm going to keep moving forward with you. I'm using the owl to kind of see what else is going on, keep an eye on everything.
I don't wish to disrupt what Zanashi is intending, but I also don't want to stand around and watch.
I need to go in to get the. I need to go in to get my old troop member out. So if we can't get everybody in, I'm going to make my way in and try and sneak in through a side or something.
Well, those orcs, I believe, are around the path that we need to get to reach the settlement. And I don't know how to get past them other than going through them.
Looking ahead, I'm going to use the owl to like along the path. Does it look like they're setting up an ambush and they're ready to attack? Can I tell it all? And if so, I want to try and find like a small group, see if there's like 3 or 4 of them together that we might be able to ambush and take their place per se. You understand what I mean by that?
Well, I am going to add you all to this map. Roughly, you all tracking we're like about here.
Wait, I thought we had water on one side and cliffs on the other.
No, this is while you're going up north.
Gotcha. All right.
The path that leads up from the south.
If they start shooting arrows at us, guys, stay close to me and we'll just make our way through. Don't bother with them. I will put a wall of wind around us to help dissuade their arrows from being able to hit us.
And then I will give you each this description as you all, the 4 of you, add your token. While you're following Togo along there, Modar, being pulled along, you see a couple of logs begin to be rolled out from some shrubbery. You see the individual that had given each of you a shout, speaking to another as one orc begins to make their way away. Then you hear a shout. Kill! As the 3 of you down below, well, 4 of you in total, I guess, Modar is still looking through the owl's eyes, become blind with this large black cloud engulfing each of you.
How the hell do I add the character token here again?
Drag
Have
from
y'all-
the name.
Have y'all not disguised yourself or any of that shit yet?
I'm already disguised.
Oh, there it
I said.
I mean, did I,
I
get?
did not.
Did
No,
I
Modar
just-
was waiting till we got closer to disguise himself because it only lasts for an hour, so he was waiting till we got a lot closer.
I thought we were waiting until like 15 minutes out, and I thought we were already there. I guess I didn't understand.
Did I not make it into the city or to the front or to the gates that I was going to at all before they made it to here?
You're just about there. I mean, like, you were making
Okay.
your way in, like, roughly around that time.
I need
I mean-
to update my token a bit because I changed it, but it doesn't look changed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a 15-minute walk should be about a mile out, so I'm guessing this is further than a mile out.
15 minutes is
The only
like
ones
30
who had
minutes is
stated
walking a
thus
mile.
far that they were disguised was Togo and Lusk.
Yeah, no.
Neither of you have ever been here, nor know exactly how long. So that's why I was giving you indications along the way.
Well, no, that's why I asked about the smoke. You said that it looked like it was still quite a ways out, so that's.
Okay, so what the smoke that they covered us with? Is it just like black and making us cough and we can't see?
No.
Or...
Can each of you give me an Arcana check? I think everyone besides Alencia will have advantage.
Besides, okay,
Darkness spell, I'm guessing, but
Correct.
I'm
And at this point, can each of you begin to roll me initiative?
sure.
hold on, straight up broken now.
My apologies, I didn't click on my token before doing that.
I did say y'all should let me go by myself, but y'all want to come.
I mean, if we were going to do that, we probably should have just logged out for the night.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to change it. The token on the map.
I mean,
It's
I'd
got to
rather
be
not.
some of
I'd
y'all's
rather
reaction right now.
I'd rather play at least once every 3 weeks.
Oh, it's fine. Guys, fine.
Okay, and Togo, you said you didn't click yours.
I didn't click mine, so it didn't go over, but it is 12. Before the darkness spell went up, did I see the logs being moved up to the edge of the cliff?
The only one that had noted them moving closer was Modar through the owl's eyes.
Would you have been saying what you were seeing through the eyes as we were walking, Modar?
I said that there's between a half a dozen to a dozen of them spread along the cliffs here. He said I couldn't tell exactly how many, but...
And Alencia, what's wrong with your sheet?
The token's not updating
Yeah,
with the new art.
everything's updating, but every time I put it on the map, it's still the old one.
They
well.
draw from 2 separate places.
Yeah.
There should be a place on your token sheet to input that
Mhm.
from.
Well,
If you're literally just worried about the new art, I'm going to move on while you try to fix that. I thought you had something actually wrong with your character sheet.
no, I guess not.
Okay, go ahead and roll me initiative.
Although it's not opening now.
Lies.
I had to, well, if something was broken at the same time, I refreshed it, but it broke again. One sec.
Yeah, I dragged it over. I think you put it in the wrong place.
You can have what I rolled, or you can take what you rolled. Your choice.
My roll, it's fine.
Damn. Get that nat 20 out of the way there, Kyle.
No problem. All right. So, as each of you have become encased in darkness, Lusk, it is your turn.
I would like to grab. Grab Togo, and I would like to fly up one of the cliffs.
Wait. Before you try and do that,
Yeah.
let's do that in a second. I need to do something really quick.
So you're telling me I can't do that? I'm sorry. This all.
Gotta turn the other two invisible so they're not down here. Just by themselves.
Okay.
Don't worry about us. You guys do your thing.
Okay. Then take us. Let us go.
Turns out only the GM can actually change that, so. I'll send you over.
How far can I get on 40 move speed with Togo?
Well, with his current size, he's not very big, but it'll still be a little bit of a hindering. So it'll be half your movement speed.
All right. In that case, I will grab him and then dash to make the full 40. Oops, not the. And I guess he would be right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then am I in a sufficient place where I would be able to drop him, or
No.
can I be high enough that I can see what all is over the cliff?
It's about another 5 foot up.
So if I can also rise at the same distance that I would be 40 foot up.
Yes, and this is a 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25, and from your current position, you are about 5 foot from the top. You came from all the way, yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the cliff is a 50-foot cliff.
It's about 30 foot.
I can
So
rise.
are you flying up, or are you just trying to do a Pythagorean theorem distance here?
I rise to 40 feet, as well as to a distance of 40 feet.
Okay.
I think that
So he's flying at an angle up
Yes,
towards the top of the ship.
That's what I'm
That's
trying to
it.
figure out, because he said I'm just moving over to Mya, and then he said it up. It's trying to figure out if it's an angle or if you're going up.
It's both.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have a little bit of a sight. You got Togo in your hands.
I take dodge action. That's my turn.
You've already dashed.
I dash as a bonus.
No. Well, I'm going to assume it's an action unless stated otherwise.
Nope, that's fine.
Okay, I will take a couple of these trolls.
Trolls.
Yep, I gotta move over. Yeah.
trolls in the dungeon.
We rested, right? Full rested.
Yeah, we got a full rest from the level up.
Right before we left the island. We haven't had any combat. But if you'd used the spell for anything in town while you were messing with things, you'd have lost the spell slot or something.
And we're level 7, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Just want to make his way over. Yeah. And push the log down the hill. As he does, can Alencia and Modar give me a dex save without having vision? Modar, I'm imagining you broke the sight when you fell touch of Togo.
I mean, if I can see, if the only way I can see is by looking through the owl's eyes, I'm not breaking the sight on that.
Okay.
But I mean,
So
I'm
then
using him to see. Yeah.
I will need these checks at disadvantage.
Well,
I would see it go
made it
just
worse.
before. I would.
Yes, I don't
see
think
it,
you can do much worse there, Alencia.
but I would see it coming at us, correct, until it goes into the fog, so I know
Correct.
it's coming.
Best plan ever, guys.
Is that double nat ones on deck saves?
It is.
So,
Phenomenal.
as each of you find yourself lost amongst the darkness, a log batters into Alencia, pushes Alencia into you, Modar, and as each of you collide, tumble backwards, the log rolling off to, well, somewhere, being lost in the darkness. Each of you take 13 points of damage.
I have evasion, so I only take 6.
One off to your northeast retreats. This one will move to here, just towards the cliffside, and take a defensive stance. One moves to here, and then you hear it shout out. Do any of you understand Orc?
Not I.
No.
No.
With a bit of babble being let out. Each of you just hear the echoes of "La sickness" as it points to the other side. Valencia. Go ahead and give me a survival check, if you will. Alright, while still being lost in the darkness, you've gained, not regained, but you still have your sense of direction. You at least know the cardinal ways, if you will.
And I can see the ones that are near the cliffside, right?
Not at the moment. You are still encased in the darkness.
Oh. How far do I have to move out of it?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was 15 or 30.
I believe it's 15-foot radius, but I'll double check.
Yeah, 15-foot radius. There you go.
So now I can, right?
Yep. You got a little bits of a glimpse, but there's still a bit of a way up.
In that case, I'll see the orcs or / trolls running towards Togo and the rest, and I'll put a darkness spell in between them. Like right around... this being the center, and this being the darkness spell.
Since it's a 50-foot cliff, or
25 foot up. I'm almost
Okay.
30 from his current location, or her current location.
Yeah, it has a 60-foot range.
Yeah, but you guys still see the center point unless you're casting it up in the air as well.
Alright, well, can I make it up there with 30-foot movement?
You can give me an athletics check, but it will be half movement speed.
just roll more nat 20s. It'll be fine.
What level do monks get the ability to run up walls?
Not this one.
I think it's double digits.
It's single, actually.
Is it?
I think so.
I haven't gotten a monk ever
Ninth
level that
level.
high. All of them usually die before then.
Fair.
Alright, then I'll just move up.
Alright.
Seamlessly.
You can easily climb up.
See, I told you. Just keep
Just
rolling.
roll
nat
another
20.
nat 20.
I mean,
How we survive the dragon.
I'll use Step of the Wind to make it up here.
yep. That was going to be my suggestion.
And then I cast it right here.
Okay. Anything
You can
else?
Have a taste of your own medicine. That's it.
Said right about. Alright.
One down. There you go.
Is that it?
Yep.
Alright. Modar, it's your turn.
Alright, so that's darkness where he just put that. Fuck. Alright.
Yep. Complete cover. You have at least a general sense of the direction, but no visible target.
Yeah, I see it. All right. All right. Well, with that, what's the range on that? I believe it is 120 feet. Yes, that's not a problem. All right. Still using my owl eyes, I will go to my take a kind of a 3-point stance to kind of take a little bit of cover inside of the darkness. That way, they still can't see me. And I am going to cast a level 1 magic missile at the orc between Alencia, that's right there next to Alencia and Togo. I can see him through.
All right, don't miss,
I can
Wink.
All right, here we go.
Still looking through the owl's eyes.
Correct.
You say level 1 or level 2?
Level 1.
More like level fun.
Right, that was just 3, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. Did I roll 4 or 3?
I saw 4.
Sorry, I meant to only roll 3. I guess I double clicked on one
I guess it really
of them.
doesn't matter which ones I take.
The first 3 is fine. Do the first 3. I must have double clicked one of them accidentally.
First 3. What about the other numbers you rolled?
Okay, and as these these bolts batter this orc, you can see the armor nearly shatter as the bolts contact this orc. It falls down to a knee, becoming quite bloodied. Anything else?
And that will be my turn. Like I said, I'm just kind of going down and, like I said, possibly using that log next to me as cover. Like I assume I can feel that if I feel it.
Yeah.
But try to make as low a profile as I can.
Got it.
Figuring hopefully I'm in the darkness, they can't see me.
You're making yourself prone and putting yourself next to the log.
Yep. Love
Yeah,
it.
I don't know about necessarily prone, but
Nope,
like going
that's
down
the only way you're gonna get cover.
I mean, cover bonus does give a bonus, or cover does give a bonus to deck saves, so makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And AC. Anything else? Just to double check.
That's it.
Togo.
So I'm still in the air, right?
Yes.
I'm not over ground.
No. Well, yeah, but
If I was to fall, I would fall into ground that is sloping.
correct.
Okay. Can I grab a hold of the orc in front of me? Is he that close, or is he like?
No.
Am I still 5 or so feet away?
You're over 5 foot away, which is why he just took a defensive posture instead of attempting to attack. Seems that a little the attention has been startled quite a bit with Alencia making her way up so quickly, and then these bolts down from below, blowing his, what he probably believes to be well-made armor off.
I am going to hold an action to attack with my rapier and try and hit him over the head with my pommel and non-lethally knock him out.
Okay, so holding an action?
Holding an action for when I get into range of the orc in front of me. Or creature. You said troll, but...
Oh, I was just fucking around. I was saying roll. I was just intending to say roll weird.
Got it. Okay. So the orc in front of me.
Got it. Modar, you hear grunts from the right, and the best that you can hear is clear. Can you give me a dex save at advantage as the log bounced down the hill?
Swear to God, if you get another nat one.
As it bounces, you can hear it just hit against the log as it ricochets it up just a tad, enough for you to duck under as the log bounces over and rolls to the other side. But as you look over, with the darkness fading, you see a bit of a light coming from over the cliff. Hot!
From where I'm at, do I hear anything going on?
Unfortunately, no. Modar, as you hear the words hot, hot, come a little bit louder, you see this log. The rest of you look over. This one on fire as it moves down the hill.
Goodness gracious, great log of fire.
All right, Modar, another dex save at advantage.
Are you happy I moved you yet, Pavo?
Nice. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
with this one, while you maneuver your way out, there are bits of bark and twigs that do contact you. Luckily, only taking a tad bit of the fire damage, you will take 2 points. And seem to maneuver out unscathed for the most part. I think that's a little bit more than half, right? So it
Yeah,
looks
I
like-
think he's out.
I guess, but is he also like? Does he know where to go?
You guys did, right?
I made a survival check, but yeah.
Yeah, a sense of direction.
Okay.
Yeah, that's over half out.
A
I mean,
swing
we
and
stuck our
axe.
heads out for less, so.
Both attacks missing. This one a 10 and 14. Modar, the one farthest to the north, seems to be retreating, making its way, following the cliffside, down and towards the path. The one to your east, Modar, points and gestures to what you see through the owl. More orcs and logs.
How many do I think I see over on that side? Just the
Which
two right now?
Which number would you like?
The east side, like towards the east side. The
And how many orcs or logs?
orcs.
There are 5 on the east side.
Are they clumped together?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe not as much as you would like, but I'll reveal that for you. There we go. Lusk?
I would like to drop. I would like to go up a little bit higher, maybe another 10 feet, so I can drop Cavo right on the Right, or I'm sorry, Togo, on top of this orc right here.
Okay.
Preferably so that he'll land somewhere on this side.
Dropping Togo to his death. Got it.
As I'm dying, though, do I get to valiantly make one last?
I'll give you the swing,
Got it.
but you're still gonna take falling damage.
That's okay.
Ooh, what is it? A D6 for every 10 foot?
I think so.
Okay. That's what I thought. Unfortunately, it's a 5. You'll take 5 points of falling damage. And you land beside the orc. The orc turns back towards the cliffside and facing both you, Togo, and Alencia, with Lusk still a couple of about 10 foot above.
I will make my rapier attack then.
Yes. Unfortunately, a 10 is a miss. As you are dropped, you swing. It takes just a little step to the right as you miss with your rapier, landing a little hard upon your feet. That gives that little bit of sting.
Right. After that, I will fly over to this guy right here, and I will make a booming blade attack against him. Yeah,
Did you drop me so you wouldn't get the opportunity attack?
No, I dropped you so you'd be able to get the attack. I was hoping you'd be able to finish him, honestly. Just got unlucky. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Damn. I mean, that seems about right for my rolling. Miss, I presume?
Yes, unfortunately, that's a miss.
Alright. Well,
Just
in that
on
case...
the outside of the darkness, you can hear a bit of scrambling going on within. But this one dodges your attack.
I'm going to dash, and I'm going to move inside the darkness.
Okay.
Just so you know, I avoid attacks of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I'll be roughly 10 foot off the 10 foot off the ground, and I guess I'll be floating or 10 foot above the height of the cliff. So I guess that puts me at 45 feet total.
Mm-hmm.
Right there is good.
All right. And before we move on in the turn orders, Zanashi, as you make your way into the tribe area, you hear the drums loud and clear. It seems even though they weren't expecting your arrival till possibly in the morning, they were and still anticipating your arrival nonetheless. Being a little prepared, you can see bits of orc children running about as you make your way in. No one seems to stop you when they lay their eyes upon you, but quite a few individuals seem to know who you are. The kids run around you in a circle, and tugging on some of your like your cloth, like your loincloth mainly. You here fight Gurok?
I am here to challenge Gurok for leadership of the Skull Clan.
as the two children that were circling you let out a bit of a cheer, they both run off ahead. One looks back, waving you to follow.
And I proceed.
Making your way up, you find a slightly unfamiliar face. Can you give me a history check? There's some similarities to individuals from your past, but you're unable to put a name to the individual, but with a slightly more grayish tone than green. Well, however, still large, is sitting a horned helmet upon the head, a great axe resting in between his legs as he rests upon a throne that seems to be made of bones.
The bone throw.
I assume you are Girth Rock or whatever your name is. I am here
Zanzan came.
to kill you.
As he stands from his throne, picks up the great axe, you can see that he is quite large, standing roughly 7 foot tall, and with pretty bulging muscles. It definitely gives you a bit of a frightening sight. He grabs these two smaller skulls that hang upon his chest. The one that hangs to the right. He takes it and he throws it to you. Only right you where Mom said wouldn't die.
What? He threw what to me again?
This like head that is attached to like a string, like a bit of a necklace, a pendant, if you will.
And he referred to that head as my mom's head.
Correct.
I pull my battle axe or my great axe
He then gestures
and
over to the left side. You see a circle set up. Somewhat large stones make up the boundary. You want leader? You kill.
I'm trying everything I can to fucking control myself right at the moment. But I'm like right on the fucking verge of just going fucking ballistic.
As he turns, looking you a bit eye to eye, you notice that this individual indeed only has one eye. A leather patch covers the left side of left eye, and bound a bit of a bandage that wraps around his skull. Places the helmet on, two large horns that you easily recognize as minotaur horns, extrude from the center, and moves into the ring.
I immediately go into the ring.
All right.
You're going to die for what you've done.
This one pops out the west side, looking around, sees you down to the east, and begins to maneuver towards each of you. He will then begin a lunge, but the forces of mechanics don't allow him to be able to complete the attack. Modar, through the owl's eyes, you see these ones, and scanning that location, start to gather around the log that has fire to it and is beginning to maneuver it closer to the cliff's edge. Togo, the orc to your east, begins to reach out towards you. Enough, little one. Can you give me an athletics check as he attempts to grapple?
Athletics. Yes.
That is almost what you needed, but I've got a 14. He grabs you and clutches you tightly within his arms. He points towards Alencia. Move, or he die.
So he's grabbing Togo?
Correct.
And I'm able to do something? Or I just gotta wait till my turn?
Not right now. You gotta wait till your turn.
Okay.
That one moves the log. And it's your turn, Alencia. What do you do?
The one that's grabbing Togo, I will... attack him. Quarterstaff. Non-lethally.
You with the switch today.
Nice hit.
If it doesn't kill him, I'll use a couple staff charges.
Well, it does knock him out.
Okay. So that means he's free, right?
Well, while clutching Togo, he'll begin to fall back. Togo, you feel the group loosening just a bit, but I'm going to need a dexterity save as he begins to fall off the cliff.
A dex save. Got it.
Can I use my reaction to help with that, if possible?
You can give him advantage.
I'll do that, just in case.
Go ahead and roll it at advantage.
You said dex.
Save. Yeah.
Dex save, yes.
Oh wait, a dex save. Sorry, I did a dex check.
You tiptoe along the edge. Alencia reaches out as you wave your arms back, but as soon as you see Alencia reach out to grab you, you give a little bit of a smirk. You're just pretending to fall.
And then I'll just stab my stick into the other orc's grunt, or orc's gut.
I think that was a mixture of gut and groin.
I thought he was trying to say grundle.
Nah.
Alright, next
died.
attack. 18 will hit.
I'll put a stunning strike on that one.
Got it. That's a con save, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. And that one.
Is that the one to your left that you just hit, or the one in
To my
north?
left.
Got it.
Alright. Anything else?
Let me see. I'll do a bonus action punch.
A 20 is another hit. Well done. Rolling very, very well.
9
9
damage.
damage. He's not looking well, but he still stands, stuck in his current position. Struck once with the quarterstaff and then another with the cross. Anything else after giving Togo the motivation to save his own life?
I'm worried about Modar. He's alone. What do you think we should do?
If he needs it, I can heal him from. Oh wait, can I?
You can't see me. I'm still unless the
It
darkness
has
is gone.
faded.
The darkness
it
is
did fade.
faded. All right.
Mm-hmm.
As for right now, I can heal him if he's inside the cavern. So
They have traps set up along the path. I fear that this is stalling. We should keep moving north.
can Modar make his way back up this way by coming around? So, is this just like the end of the rough terrain down in this lower
Yep.
section just kind of disappears and it's walkable here?
Indeed.
I still like the road.
I still like the road.
It was a good decision. I have no regrets.
Alencia will yell out to Modar, follow the road or up the cliff, your choice. Kind of an uncertain tone, but that'll be her turn.
Modar, your turn.
All right, still looking through my owl's eyes. I am going to cast level 3 fireball on the center orc on the eastern side. That should get all 5 of them.
You get rid of those trees.
He is very annoyed the fact that they are throwing fire logs at him, and is not going to deal with that.
Fight fire with fire, is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
What's the radius on fireball? Is it 30 feet?
20.
25 or 20. Yeah.
Ew. I gave him
Gross.
a little bit of a bump, just because of the angle. You'd have to like kind of like arc it, like kind of wanted it. So
But it's 100. It's. I've got 150 feet.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
only
yeah.
50 feet. But,
and
yeah.
like seeing through the owl and everything as well, like it gives him like I was just giving him like a slight benefit of the doubt, like kind of duck and
Point or
take cover.
two, just to-
But yeah, I was just gonna give like an extra like point. But the highest I've rolled is a 6.
It's funny because you're just XCOM in this one. You're literally looking at this top down.
So, doing it like even if I gave him a little bit of a bump, it would have to be a big bump.
$29 fire damage.
I rolled quite a few ones in there, too.
I mean, I still that's a pretty decent roll. Even with the 1, you got 2 6s to kind of balance it out.
4 of them are dead. 1 is pretty wounded.
So much for non-lethal.
I mean, the guy we tried to save just fell down the cliff and took 2d6 fall damage.
Modar has zero
That's his
intention
fault.
of letting any of these guys live. He intends on killing them all and then taking their place as we enter town.
As the shrubbery and logs that weren't burning begin to burn, anything else as you destroy the area?
With that, Modar will start to walk out of this death pit, seeing that, and start walking. What, I got 30 feet of movement, right? So yeah, we'll start walking down here and to meet up with the rest of his friends.
All right. So as you maneuver down, Togo, you see this flash of flame absorb the area quickly, and as it diminishes, 4 are burning, falling to the ground, while 1 is battering off a bit of the flames, and then starting to force his now flame log over towards the cliffside.
Well. I guess it is now a flame wand. It never went that far. I'm not afraid for Modar. I'm gonna move. Like, what is this? 5, 10. I'm gonna move to the other side of this gentleman. And then attack him. That's the one that's stunned, right? So I should get advantage no matter what.
The one to the left of Valencia is stunned, yes.
Yeah. I will be attacking them with my rapier and trying to knock them out. I'm assuming
A
a 20.
20 does hit, yes.
Finally, I hit something.
Hey. Good thing you had advantage.
Yeah. 13, and then...
And as you strike it with the rapier, this bit of energy encases it. As the rapier sinks in, cut. Doesn't seem to be enough until the energy pulses into the skin. This purplish energy sinks in, and then its eyes go dead as he falls.
Alright, and then for my last bit of movement, I will move up there. And then that will be it.
Alright. Zanashi. So we maneuver through these turns. I'm guessing you're going in. You're attacking.
Oh, certainly. We're in the circle.
Okay. So as you begin to attack, you notice that a decent amount of the Skull Clan tribe has begun to gather around. Women, men, and children are here to witness the event. Since we're so close to the end of the session, what I'm going to do is just have you hold your rolls till we begin. But at this point, I'd like to see how far exactly this gets in the next 20 minutes or so. So, just wanted to make sure that you were fighting.
Certainly.
You thought now would be the point is Zanashi didn't charge into a
Hey,
fight?
I'm giving the benefit of the, like, not the benefit of the doubt, I should say, but I don't want to assume anything, and then it'd be like, hey, I didn't say I was doing that. You know what I mean?
I was already 100% going to fight this motherfucker
Okay.
when I got here, and then you said he threw my mom's skull at me?
Yeah, to wear for combat.
Dude, I'm 1,000% going to fucking murder him now.
Well, I mean, you knew she was dead.
She wasn't dead when I left.
You knew when you left she would die. After what you did. Bad girl. This one, focusing on you, Alencia, is going to charge forward, letting out a bit of a yell. Give me an athletics check. Oh, you don't have to roll that high. Oh. That is what you needed. So as he attempts to grapple you, you push him down. A nice defensive stance. As you maneuver away, the orc falls prone. Unable to grapple you, it now moves back to Lusk.
All right. I'm going to fly out, and then I'm gonna booming blade. I guess I do not have flanking.
It's
No,
prone,
not
isn't
from
it?
this, but it is a surprise attack for your sneak attack.
All right. In that case, here we go.
Isn't that one
Marginally
prone,
better.
too? Or does Booming Blade not get advantage on prone creatures?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
yes,
prone?
he is prone. That's right. Thank you.
Is
Because
he prone or just stunned?
no, he's actually prone because he rolled he didn't roll very well, and Alencia beat it by more than 3, so it forced the orc down. The advantage didn't help you. Unfortunately, still a miss.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's expected for this character sheet, honestly. I guess take a knife out or a short sword out and bonus action offhand attack.
Which blade are you using?
It's a normal short sword. It's one that I stole from an orc.
Oh, that you stole from the.
All right. Well, that's impressive. I'm just gonna hang out in here.
You still have
With the,
advantage on the attack.
Yeah, that one should have been an advantage as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is, like we said, he's prone.
There you go.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
4, 5, 5, 6, and then what were the two before? Oh, wait. And then the two before that, I think, were 3 and 3.
I love it. I absolutely love
Sorry.
it.
It's impressive.
You only roll well when you're crafting things.
I still have not rolled a nat 20 on any attack roll this entire game, and I've rolled easily in excess of 40 times. But
This
that is neither
great.
near nor there.
I love it so much.
I don't.
Alright, Togo, as this one wraps its way around from the other side of the darkness after realizing where the combat is going on, and making its way out, will then attempt to attack you.
All right. What you got for me?
Alright, I just wanted to make sure I read the bonus sheet correctly. I have a natural 1 on the first attack,
That misses.
and then a 21 for the second.
I'm gonna use my reaction to use cutting words.
Ooh. Roll it.
Is it 1d8? Four.
Bringing it to a 17, right?
AC's an 18.
17s, and with the 18 AC, that is a miss. As he strikes forward with his scimitar, the first attack misses wildly. This one, the second, is right on target. What do you say? Do you have any words?
Your arms look flabby.
Huh? And turns, looking towards his arm, swinging the scimitar. It moves just enough. But as it swings by, you can see the scimitar giving off a very slight hueish light. It seems to be red.
Oh. Is it a red similar to the red hue given from the talking tree from that one episode or one session that I missed, where we launched me into a tree?
So this one rolls and goes wild down to the left. Not needing to make another roll. But no, Togo, to answer your question, no, does not give off any familiar memories. No reason to roll for a save, but you see the orc off to the right begin to point towards Modar, his hand beginning to glow. Alencia.
Alencia will. Is he still prone?
Yes, the one next to you, yes.
I quickly look behind me, considering there's a plume of fire on the other cliff, and she'll just sigh. Oh, there goes our bargaining chip up in flames. And she'll just turn back around and hit this orc with the staff.
.24 is a hit. Nice.
I'll put some extra staff hits on that.
Extra 8 points, got it.
She'll attack again.
As the staff extends, battering the orc 2 more times, the head is pummeled into the ground as it lets out a bit of a plea. Stop!
Hmm. She's going to move on and step over him to hit this guy.
Okay. As you strike this one, you hear him say, "Coward!" as you smash him in the jaw with the quarterstaff. All right. Unarmed strike?
I think so. Is Togo looking okay?
Togo looks fine.
Okay.
Well, we got a couple of bruises and cuts, but nothing too severe.
Looked like my little scraped when I fell, but that's
Yeah,
about it.
got a little boo-boo.
My knee's a little scraped, a little roughed up, but
She'll look at the orc on the ground to see if he'll try anything as she moves out of the way.
Doesn't.
Then she'll donkey punch this orc.
Okay. Ooh. Unfortunately...
It's flanking, so.
Oh, yes. Well, getting a lot of natural ones out of the way with the advantage. 24 will hit.
Stunning strike.
That is a fail. A 5.
Okay. That's her turn.
All right. Modar?
All right, you said that this one across the side, there's like blue light starting to come from his hands.
It begins to glow.
His hands are beginning to glow. All right. Modar continues to move. Actually, give me a second. All right. Yeah, Modar is gonna move over here. 30 feet of movement. It's going to put him there, moving down and up. And he's going to look over towards that orc
Uh-oh.
and send message. He's going to message him. Go, this is your god. Jump or burn. You may live if you jump. And that's going to be what he does.
Chaotic good?
Chaotic neutral.
Can you roll me a persuasion check at advantage?
Give me just a sec.
Togo, you're up next. Noted.
Got it.
End of your turn, Modar?
Yeah, that'll be it for now.
Togo.
So the person in front of me is stunned and flanking. Stabby stab. With
Yes, super advantage.
so many advantages, it's a disadvantage.
Alright, well then with the 12, that's a miss. Alright, 10 points.
And then you said the weapon in his hand is glowing. It's just a scimitar?
Yes.
It would be an action to try and grab a hold of it, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
Alright, then that will be my turn.
Okay. This one gets up and begins to sprint. Togo, do you do anything? It's heading towards Modar.
I'm gonna try and knock it out.
Alright. Give me that attack of opportunity. Ooh, unfortunately, a 9 is a miss. As it staggers, you don't anticipate it stumbling upon its own feet before rising, and then dashing towards Modar. Should be the last round. Lusk.
All right. My character sheet is acting up just a little bit. I can't actually access my character sheet.
I just refresh.
Okay.
Believe in you, Lusk. You can do this. You can roll higher than A.
I'm kind of rooting for double nat ones just to prove how cursed my character sheet is.
At this point, I think so. I think I am too.
Anyhow, I pop out. I think he's stunned, so advantage, I'm guessing.
Yep. Every time you
and-
had it, you roll one less than their first. So let's change that. Come on.
11.
Hey! 10 higher.
He hit.
He hit it.
He also did roll
Oh.
a 12. Let's not ignore that fact.
Yeah, but at least it wasn't a 12 and an 11.
Yep.
Could have been an 11 and a 10. Would have continued the pattern.
28 damage.
It did.
Cool.
Did you sink in Sansa's short sword that you stole while saving her life? So I guess you know. It's paid for. It just turns its head slightly before you sink it right down into its back, following its spine. So it falls. Clean stab.
Then, and that was that was 15 feet of movement, so I still have another 25. I'm also going to dash and then just make it around 65. So I'm going to be over there now.
Got it. Anything else?
Nope.
Modar, this one shouts out in Orcish, unable to understand. It turns. And who wants to play the bonus game? Lusk, odds or evens?
Evens.
It turns its hand to you.
Cool.
And as the hand glows a bit brighter of this goldenish color, it then sends out a bolt of arcane energy. Alright. Lusk. This bolt as it soars towards you is quite large, and it will hit. Well, I guess I'm kind of assuming, is I get this one and your other character confused. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. As this energy encases you, you look over. Lusk, you will take 24 points of radiant energy damage.
Okay.
And as each of you look over, Lusk takes this bolt, and it doesn't seem to phase him too much. However, Lusk is glowing.
Ah.
Valencia, it's your turn.
Can I make an insight check on this one?
It'll be at disadvantage with it running away. You're unable to see the face. Definitely running away.
Ignore him, Modar. Follow us. I'll disable the darkness spell. And try to look past. Try to get more line of sight to where we're going. And she'll keep on running.
Alright, so are you taking off ahead?
Yes.
Got it.
And since there's nothing else she can do, she'll go ahead and dash as well.
Modar, it's your turn.
As I look at this orc, is it looking at me, or is it actually running away? Does it look like it's coming at me, like eyes locked, or is it trying to avoid me?
It's looking towards you, but you definitely sense quite a bit of fear. It's looking towards you, making sure it's not going to meet its fate as it gets closer.
I will just keep pointing south and walk past him. Here, I said 10 feet, 10. So about there, I guess. And what's my distance here? And I will cast.
I actually have to go right away.
Okay, we're at the end of the session.
I am going to throw a firebolt at him.
See you guys.
120
Nice.
feet, that should be fine, right? Like, one more, like, there's not much of a up or down on this, right? At this point, I'm
Yeah, it's
90,
about
that should be
even.
fine. Yeah.
What are you casting?
Firebolt.
Oh, firebolt, okay. That'll hit. And as the embers burn out quickly, you can see this orc is quite singed, looking quite bloodied. Staggers on the edge of the cliff. Anything else?
And that'll be my turn.
Togo?
Would it be? What would it be to pick up that guy's weapon?
Just a free action.
All right. I'll stick that in my bag as a free action. Move over to here with 15 feet of movement, and then
Mhm.
take a shot just within 80 feet, so I'm not at disadvantage with my
Lucky.
light crossbow.
You can do it.
Hey,
Oh,
that should've
roll
hit.
high.
Ooh. 12.
That genie's wrath paying off.
I know. I thought that was.
It was exactly what you needed as the bolt sticks in. Anything else you'd like to add?
Can I hit it in the knee so it falls forward?
Of course. Sticks into the knee, because it's already staggering on the cliff, being quite burned and thrown off from the firebolt. It then falls forward, batters once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 as it hits, rolling towards the logs.
And then I will move up a little bit.
Tear out.
I'll try and waddle my little short legs after Alencia. Even though with her full movement is like 80 feet.
Alright, so as you begin to chase Alencia, maybe you do about there. Lus, just double checking, what are you doing? The one running away is continued to run away.
How far away is he?
He's 30 foot off the map. He's about 100 foot away.
All right. I triple dash to land. I triple dash to land right in front of him.
Okay, just to simplify this, are you killing him?
Yep.
Alright, roll me the attack roll.
You're gonna miss and he's gonna crit on you because he's gonna stand his ground because you're gonna hunt him down.
That is a
That's about
miss.
as expected.
Alright. And as you swing, he staggers, dodging the attack. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Beginning of next week, if able, each of you will be beginning to pursue, heading towards where Zanashi is, each playing a little bit of catch-up to one another.
Everyone chasing after Alencia.
But, till next time, everyone have a good night.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.